What's up, everybody? Tendo here. That there's Hannah Warrior Princess. Check this out. Starting off today at the Goodwill, but here's what my plan for the day is. See that big van over there? I've ordered a bunch of parts off the internet to do some more work to it. We've been doing a bunch of upgrades to the van on these daily videos to get it ready for some road tripping that we want to do. And so today's plan is really to basically go get a little thrifting done and then race home and try to beat those parts home so we're there to receive them and then get to work on that van. It's going to be fun, so stick around.
All right, we're at the Goodwill that has the rack of fancy dishes. Got some Pyrex here. It's definitely scraped up. Oh, it is the early American pattern, but the pattern is all rubbed off. So this is not in great condition and they want 10 bucks for it. So that's a hard task for me. Let's see, they don't have a lot of fancy dishes on this one today. Oh, it's got a broken piece, but it doesn't look like it's from this thing. Oh, yep, it is. Rip. Let's keep looking.
This looks like a pretty good start. Look at these DS games. Now, I will tell you, this Goodwill is notorious for games getting stolen, so I must have got lucky. They must have just restocked, because I'm telling you, the number of times I've been to this Goodwill and found games that are robbed, it's kind of ridiculous. Now, yellow is half off, so I'll probably go ahead and get that just because it's half off. But I've got the rest of those. Nice, there are more half off deals, but seen at Twilight, half off's not a great deal. All right, well, we're leaving with some DS games.
Got lots of Corningware happening here, but same deal, it's all a little expensive. Box. This little baby Pyrex. Still want $9 for it. No. Wait, today is half off the yellow. That was a pink. Bummer. Oh well. I never have good luck with Pyrex at this location. It's always too expensive.
There are 2 Atari flashbacks. Interesting. It's really all the gaming stuff I see. No controllers, no nothing. Holy crap. Holy crap. No way. All right. So these are, I'm not kidding you, these are remote control Beyblades. No way. Like seriously, there's some sort of wireless mechanism. This is a wireless controller. You pull the trigger one way or another and it leans weights inside of them or something and makes them, you can steer them. I remember reading at some point this existed, but I've never seen it. I'm not sure that I believed it. 2 of them, $5.49. Now, I don't know if and how those controllers match up to what Beyblade, but we're definitely buying that. We're definitely experimenting. Holy crap, I'm so pumped. I never expect first stops of the day to be this good, but that's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's better than Legos.
Check out these Joe Hard Rock Cafe drumsticks. Never used.
Hey.
They're pretty cool. What?
They're remote control Beyblades.
Dope!
Can you believe that exists? Kind of a tough choice here. $5 for this gun, not really bad. It's missing its tripod, but tripods are something that are pretty easy to find, so I have lots of tripods. I find this box that attaches, this pops off. I find this box to be harder to find, so I need boxes to complete this gun so I can sell this gun. I already have like 5 of this gun, probably 3 tripods, 0 boxes. So I kind of don't want to just buy this just to get the box because it has the gun. So I'm probably going to pass on it. But I really want to get it just to get another one of these in my toy booths because I've sold 2 or 3 of them in the last month or so. But I'm just not going to mess with it. I'll wait for the box to show up at the bins. Okay. Listen, are you ready for Elmo in triplicate? Triple Elmo, baby. 3 of them. Also, I think I spotted something I'm gonna get. He's only $1. Someone will buy that out of our toy booth for sure. What else? I don't, there's a weird looking Sylvester. Is that a spacesuit he's in? I guess so. All right, well, not bad for a first stop. Hannah didn't get nothing, but we got Kenny, so all is well. I was telling the camera, I was telling these guys that this is like the worst Goodwill in town for games being stolen. And so I feel really lucky that those games were actually in the case, because it seems like there's one person that probably lives nearby that comes here, jacks the games, and tosses the cases in the back. Because I can't tell you how many times I've come to this Goodwill and there's awesome game cases like slid under the furniture in the back. Someone pockets the games, chucks the cases, and runs out, I guess.
You know, that's funny that you say that. The cashier lady opened up the game and she was surprised it was in there. She's like, that's a lot lighter than I expected it to be with the game in it. So I guess she's just used to opening them and be like, oh, this doesn't have it in it.
Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me because it's always this one. Luckily though, out of all the Goodwills in town, this is probably one of the very few that I've left with empty cases, because when I do find those good cases here, I'll ask. And this store has a policy where they'll give me the cases for like $1. But almost every other Goodwill in town we've ever tried to ask that, they'll just be like, no, you gotta pay full price. And I'm honestly surprised they do it, because they're probably used to people stealing the games and then just trying to buy the cases or something. Yeah. I don't know. But all right, I think there's a Harbor Freight around here somewhere. And then there's a Goodwill by the Harbor Freight. So let's go, boom, boom, knock that out. Buy some supplies, thrift a little more, and then get back home.
Sounds good.
You take Kenny.
Okay.
Good old Harbor Freight, my favorite place on earth. Kind of gets a bad rap sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong. Certain tools, you just got to buy the quality stuff. But there's lots of little things like consumables that I love getting here. Like I need some grommets, some eyelets for a van project, stuff like that. Super cheap here, super usable. Zip ties are usually pretty good though. I have bought some dry rotted zip ties here that kind of sucked once or twice, but by and large they've been fine, and they're cheap. Turns out that this Harbor Freight's kind of half out of everything. Just a lot of what I need, completely empty. And they do have the blanket I'm looking for, so I'm gonna grab that. But we might have to go to another Harbor Freight to complete this adventure. So check this out. We're not gonna drive across town to go to another Harbor Freight, because there's a Goodwill right here and a Home Depot right here. And I'm just gonna walk in this Home Depot assuming they're gonna have a grommeter or an eyelet, stamper. I probably should have just come to Home Depot in the first place. If they do have it, it's gonna be considerably more expensive than it probably would have been at the Harbor Freight, but at the same time, probably gonna be a better quality tool. So let's just go do what I should have done from the start and buy the nice one, you know what I mean? And then when we get done with Home Depot, we'll go to that Goodwill. Fingers crossed. Okay, I have found what we were looking for. Here's a little eyelet kit, and honestly, I'm looking for something that small, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that. But since I'm here, these are much larger. I don't know, I don't like this kit because I don't like how many's in it. There's not many in there at all. There's not even really a, well, I guess this is the refill kit. It's so much larger than I was planning on though for what I need. Hannah wants to look at flooring for the back of the van. I've been trying to convince her to put yellow AstroTurf down. She's not into it.
No.
I don't know about the peel and stick stuff. Kind of rather just the old tongue and groove, but I don't know.
I feel like it would fail.
Because of the heat?
Yeah, and just we're walking on a ton and it's not a house.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite worried about the flooring yet. We still got a lot more to do before we get there.
But it's pretty.
We'll tackle that when we get to it. But I'm gonna keep fighting for yellow turf. So we got what we needed, and this will get the job done today for the van, work in the van that I want to do. But the thing that's kind of a bummer about getting it here as opposed to Harbor Freight is the last time I remember buying something like this at Harbor Freight, there were a lot more options for just the consumables. Like if I just wanted to buy an extra pack of just the eyelets, and Home Depot did not have it. If you were buying eyelets, you were buying this gun too. Now, this little punch is super inexpensive, so that's not really that surprising that they would just throw it in every kit. But there's 100 eyelets in there, and I'm probably gonna need 25 or 30, so it's not a big deal. Harbor Freight let me down today. Now, we're gonna go on and walk over here to this Goodwill, and hopefully we find some good finds. You better find something.
I hope I will. Oh, that's really cute. It's a shame, I always find these really like beautiful painted enamel pots and pans without their lids. I really want one with a lid. This isn't even half off because it's yellow tagged, but it's just not worth getting without the lid.
Check out what's sitting in the board game section. It's not one pop, but it's 2 pops, and it's Toby versus Michael. No idea how much that is worth. I don't care. It's 2 pops for $5 in box. We're gonna get it up. We're gonna get that. I'll look it up a little bit later. It'd be nice if it was worth a little bit of money, but at any rate, it's definitely going to my toy booth. I'll make a little money on it if nothing. It'd be cool having some Office Pops. There's usually a lot of Nerf stuff here. Not saying anything today that's crazy, but Hyperfire Elite, $5, a little bit more than I like to pay for it, but it's got a clip. Feels good in the hand. I've only got one in one toy booth. I'll buy this and put it in the other. Very nice.
Cute. Aw. Let's see. Those are interesting. Little tiki faces. Creepy. Oh, these are pretty. They're very heavy. I did not expect them to be that heavy. I mean, probably not worth anything. $1.49 a piece for all those, and yeah, they're pretty though. I like the blue ones too. These are nice. Huh. Some little vintage glassware. I like it.
I was certain this was like a kid's Ninja Turtle shell, like a backpack type thing, but that's like almost ceramic, and it's wall mount. Never seen that before.
The second time I've seen one of these IKEA cheese grater things. The last Goodwill we were at had the bigger version of this, which is really funny. They just look super practical to me. That's all. Fun facts. I really like this. That's pretty. Be a nice little candle, I think. I might get that. These aren't worth much, and that's not a popular pattern, but it's cool to see it. Let's see. This looks like a mixing bowl, maybe Sunbeam? Hamilton Beach. Close. Let's see. Looks like all we're gonna get today.
All right, well, it's not bad. You got something, didn't you?
I got something.
You got a dish. Well, I bought this Nerf gun for 2 reasons. One, because it works. Listen. It's always a good sign. And then also, basically what's going on here, it's a little bit more than I would have wanted to pay for it, but like we sell that clip for about that much money. So I'll sell the clip separate and then put a different clip in this. Is this that gun that comes with a barrel? I don't think it is, actually. I don't remember what clip this gun comes with new, but at any rate, most Nerf guns, unless it comes with a specific proprietary clip, I put the minimal size clip in it for resale and sell it that way. So higher capacity clip's the reason I bought it. And you know, not having to worry about testing it. Sounds like a lawnmower. Or no, it sounds like a weed eater. Check it out. We're home, and the first package is here for the van. So let's get all this nonsense inside, go back out to the van and start working on it. We need a name for the van. I've taken to calling it the thrift hauler, but when people do van conversions like we're doing, they tend to name them, and I don't really much care for it. I kind of have always jokingly called the van Betsy, but more as a joke than anything serious. So if you got any thoughts on a name for the van, comment it below. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep calling it the thrift hauler.
I like that.
You like thrift hauler?
I think it's fun.
It sounds like a vehicle that should be on Mad Max, but the thrifting version. Also, this lens is dirty. All right, there, you're nice and clean. I've seriously got a whole huge handful of packages coming, so I don't even really know exactly what's in here. Okay, all right. Some parts for my stereo. Wiring harness for my stereo. Oh, okay, so this is all the stuff to work on my stereo, but not my stereo. So I'm actually most interested in these. This is a little tool to help you remove the stereo in my van. Now, most vans, most cars you'll ever see, you gotta like remove dash panels to get the stereo out. That's not the case with my van. Come on, let's go outside and I'll show you. All right, so before we get to doing a little work on this van, a little liquid refreshment, sparkling water beverage. It's legit what it says, sparkling water beverage. It's good, it's a nice little mixed berry. So, my stereo's not here yet to actually do the work, but I think this is so odd, to be completely honest with you. Some of you might have done something like this before, and this be completely normal for you. But, you know, I remember my old Chevy vans being, the head unit being bolted in a certain way, but these Fords, I guess, have these little holes for these tools to go into, and then you just rip them right out. And that is definitely not something I'm familiar with, but we're gonna give it a try, and I hope this isn't too difficult, because I don't want to have to take the dash off. But apparently this is all friction, right? You put these in, they kind of friction in, and then you're supposed to be able to just pull this bad boy out. I really don't know how I feel about it. So yeah, I watched about a dozen people do this online and get it out of there with what seemed like seeming ease, but I don't understand how, because this does have little plastic stoppers keeping it from popping out. So I don't know how that was supposed to work, but I went ahead and got the paneling off safely, like I probably would have done had I never looked it up, and it's popped right out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the radio out, and as soon as that other one shows up, we're gonna have some new tunes in here. Honestly, now that I got this whole thing out, I see how these little pins were supposed to work. They're supposed to pop right through those holes and then basically push these brackets down. But someone has been inside of this stereo unit before and basically did this wrong, so it was a little bent up. I see where someone's wrestled with it before, but it's no big deal. Honestly, it was just as easy to pop all this stuff out, which luckily I've done enough of this kind of BS work inside of vans and stuff. I'm kind of familiar with how the paneling's put together, so it wasn't that hard. But look how small and almost silly this head unit is. The other thing I wanted to check on was just to make sure that I bought the right adapter. Like 10 years worth of Fords have this one, so there's not really much of a worry of it being wrong, but I just don't want to be surprised. So yeah, it just pops right in there. Perfect fit. And I'll wire that to the back of the stereo unit that I have on the way. I'm very excited. I've always driven old beat up vans, and the last couple of them haven't had really good stereo systems in them. So I'm very excited to have something I can plug my phone into and play some tunes while we travel, while we do some travel thrifting. Pumped, super pumped. But now what I got to do is go back inside and wait for more Amazon vans to come so I can get some more stuff. So if you're wondering what we were going to do with those blankets that I just bought at Harbor Freight and what the eyelets were for from Home Depot, let's go in and work on that now.
Okay, while we wait for Amazon, I have a little work to do before we can install the next bit that's coming from Amazon. We are going to create a little curtain behind our seats to close off the back from the front, and we are going to make that out of these loading blankets that we got from Harbor Freight today, but they are a little bit too small, so we need it to be like 50 by 70 or something like that. So I'm going to sew these two together, and then we'll cut it to size after it is after the curtain rod's here and we know exactly how big we need it. But I just need to sew the two together, and then we're gonna put some grommets in it so that it'll hang really nicely, and she'll be good to go. So it's gonna be a pretty easy project, and I'm pretty excited about it. So let's do it. Hi, bud. You coming to help me put the curtain together? Okay, bye. That scare you, baby? So what I'm basically gonna do is connect them on this side so that we create 80 across by 70 down, and that should give us plenty of room, and then we'll hem it off later because it's gonna be pretty long at that length. So we're good to go. I was kind of thinking maybe since they are already finished off on the side to maybe just like sew one on top of each other, but I think I am gonna go ahead and properly seam these together.
It's gonna create a little bulkiness in the back, but the front's gonna look nice and flush. So I think that's more important than making sure that the whole curtain lays nice and flat. So I need to get some little pins and stick these babies together. What are you doing, bud? Okay. Was that fun? All right, well, while Pants distracts me, I'm gonna try to get some work done. Well, looks like Mochi has joined the party. Yes, that's Pants. You're gonna get cat hair all over our loading blanket, bud. What a goober. Okay. Back to work. I started getting this pinned and then he took the rest of it, so I had to stop and let him finish. All right, we're pinned up. Time to get into the heavy duty Singer sewing action. So, load up this giant blanket and just start chugging through. Got a nice hefty denim needle in here because I've been sewing a lot of denim recently, so it should plug right through this heavy blanket, no problem. I'm very excited about that. Usually very nervous I'm gonna break a needle. So I'm about halfway through and I'm kind of struggling because I've got way too much fabric in the back here and no place for it to go. I just gotta keep pushing it through and like pulling this wad of fabric away so I can get this whole thing through the sewing machine. This is a bit of a challenge, but it's fun. I like a challenge. All right, we did it. The entire blanket is wadded up on my desk.
All right, so I've got a bit of a hiccup in getting the van work done. Still just waiting on Amazon to deliver stuff. Could be a little bit. So in the meantime, I'm testing some consoles that we bought in the last few episodes. Remember yesterday's episode, if you watched that, we bought a PS2 and it fired right up. It's playing a regular disc, but I'm gonna pop a blue disc in there real quick and a PlayStation 1 disc and make sure they both work. But it worked flawlessly, didn't make any extra noises, so I have confidence in this one. But I have another one down here. This one was from the Goodwill bins from the other day, and this one's considerably more dirty and not as pleasing on the eye. So I don't have as much faith in that one, but I am gonna sit here and test it. As long as one of them works, we'll make some lunch money today, you think? Ooh, Hannah's shipping out packages. We got a whole bunch of stuff to get shipped out. A bunch of you guys ordered decals off Nintendo'sTrash.com, and they're on the way, so let's get to testing this PlayStation 2. I'm gonna actually play this game, HSX. I've never played it, but I have multiple copies of it. This is a game I brought home yesterday because it was half off the yellow sticker, so it was just like $2. All right, race. Let's race. Just one player, let's go. Just go. I'll take all of it. Ooh, I like the look of this. Here we go, here we go. Oh, I missed the jump. Whoa, this is quick. Bro, I like this. Hard turn, hard turn. What's that, a power up? Big jump. This is nice. This is fast. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of feels like the Grand Theft Auto 5 races in terms of speed and stuff. You know, the crazy online races. All right, that's enough. Review of HSX. It's a good game. All right, so Cool Borders 2001 is a blue disc. That one's a little bit scratchy, so I don't have the utmost confidence in it, but we're gonna try that out. And then I've got basically what is a drawer full of controllers here, so I'm gonna also take this opportunity to test a bunch of controllers and make sure they're paired up with stuff that work. Hey, it's firing up. Blue disc looks good. You just never know. Honestly, if I were doing this whole run through right now with this other PlayStation, I wouldn't be expecting any of this to work, because PlayStations from the bins just are not to be trusted. So I had to just switch out controllers because the controller I was using looks like it's got problems. I'll have to clean it out and make sure, but this controller worked right away. Cool Borders 2002. You ready to watch me make some sick jumps? Let's go, bro. This looks so good for how old it is. What do I do? What do I do? How do I jump? All right, I got it. These guys are way faster than I am. I just hit the thing. Why is there a football field goal? I didn't do a trick. I was too scared. All right, I got this one though. Push forward to speed tuck. Oh, that's what they're doing. All right, let's hit one more jump and then I'll move on. What? It went black. All right, well, I suck at this game. Official review of Cool Borders 2001. Play it. Play anything that's Cool Borders. Wait, it came back. Wait, I missed the gate. Oh, you're supposed to hit the, okay. You can't miss the things. Now, when it comes to picking a PlayStation 1 game to try on the PlayStation 2, Pants, which one? Look over here. Look, this one, that one, Lizard. I think he said Herc's Adventure. This is one that one of our friends overseas sent us. So let's try it out real quick. Took a little bit longer, but it fired up. It looks ready to play. Tell me this doesn't look like some amazing platforming. What do I do? Do I jump off? Do I talk to this bloke? We're saved. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's like, it's a bit 3D. Okay, so it's like a bit 3D. It's not just completely linear. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Sheep, giant. It's a Cyclops. Don't eat, bro. He took 5 health. Run. I'm definitely gonna be playing a lot more of this game. Look at that map. I just paused it. Look at this huge map. Gosh, this game is awesome. I don't know why I haven't played it sooner. All right, this PlayStation is good. I gotta plug up another one and test it. PlayStation number 2 has fired right up, so that's good. It is in Spanish or something close to. I'm sure it's Spanish. Could be Portuguese or something. I wouldn't know the difference, but let's listen to the disc drive. It struggles a little bit and it's dirty. It struggles a little bit more than the last one did, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. Let's just start with the old PlayStation 1 game. I don't have a lot of hopes here. That struggle sound, I mean, it happens a lot on these PlayStation 2s because they're old, but I'm telling you, it came from the bins. It took a fall. It fell to the ground at some point. Everything at the bins does. Pro tip. So I usually wouldn't buy it from the bins, but I don't know what got into me that day. It was there and it was cheap. All right, well, the PlayStation 1 game's firing up, so that's good. I'll have to get into the menu settings and change it back to English. Shouldn't be too difficult though. All right, so PlayStation 1's good. So far, so good.
I'm shocked.
You're probably betting against the blue disc though, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
It's always the blue disc. Cool Borders, blue disc, is it in? Is it a go? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. You want to put money on it? You got 5 on it? This is really suspenseful.
If it doesn't work, you buy dinner.
Okay, if it doesn't work, I buy dinner. If it does work, you buy dinner?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna stand here all day till it works. Actually, I think as of about now, it's taking longer than any other disc has, so.
Do you hit accept?
No, it should just go once it recognizes it, but hold on, let's plug a new controller up. So yeah, error for the blue disc. Now that's not the end of the world. I guess it means for now I gotta buy dinner.
It does.
But I'll clean it out And we'll clean the sensor off and do all the normal stuff and see if we can bring it back to life. But I'm not that mad right now because we got one. We got one work.
Great.
Yeah, and this one was from the bin, so it's like we paid $3 or $4 for it, you know. So, Hannah.
What?
I hit it with some air. I haven't pushed play yet, so maybe you're not out of the woods, but it is working.
We'll see.
All right. Can I snowboard? Come on, baby. Come on. Hey. Hey.
What do you want for dinner? I guess I'll lose.
Pizza! All right, well, we're good. We're good on the blue disc. Now I just need to play a little bit, make sure this controller works, but it looks like we're gonna have 2 PlayStation 2s for resale. One in Spanish. Controller seems to be good. Oh, I missed right off the bat. I'm so bad at this game. I'm so bad at this game. All right, we're good. PlayStation 2, number 2 works. So I'm still waiting for Amazon to drop all that stuff off. But we're gonna get food, and on the way to get food, gonna drop off some packages here at the post office. Check on the P.O. box, see if we got any packages from you guys waiting on us. Looks like there's about to be a big line in here, all the way to the back of the store. Yep, there is. Big line. Little line skipsies.
Heck yeah. Prepaid. Oh no.
Where are we at? Right here. Oh yeah. Let's go. Ooh. So we got 2 packages, which is awesome. One from Carl and one from, it's a company name. I'm gonna need a little help pronouncing it. Hoop Dogs. Hoop. I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about how to pronounce that one. Maybe there's a letter inside of it that'll help us. But at any rate, we'll open these up after all the work's done today. So stick around for that. One of them seems like some magazines or some sort of books or something. I don't know. I'm very excited to see what's in there. So we're at a restaurant now. My favorite restaurant, Venezia's. I'm not really gonna be able to get that whole sign on the camera, but they just remodeled in here. I have not seen any of this. It's quite beautiful, and the way they remodeled it, it's quite a bit more roomy, but it's my favorite pizza place that's nearby the house. And this will be the first time since the Rona that we've been able to come sit down in here and eat. We weren't gonna do this, we were gonna get it to go, but we're also supposed to be meeting a guy in a bit to sell him a Wii, and it looks like he's ghosting us, so no big deal. We had like 2 or 3 Wiis, or I don't know how many actually, I'd have to ask Hannah. At least 2 Wiis listed on OfferUp, and someone gave us an offer for the cheapest one and is now ghosting us, but I'm not gonna let it ruin our day. We're gonna sit here and eat, and if he messages is like, no, I'm coming, he'll have to come here, or he'll just have to not get a Wii. So pumped about this pizza, and I got wings. This will only be the 2nd time I had wings since the Rona. I'm super excited.
It looks really nice in here.
Isn't it? What do you think about the remodel?
It looks great.
It's pretty. I don't know how to explain it. There used to be a back room here, so they actually brought that wall out a little further and then cut out the wall. It's different. It's very different, and the colors are different. It's a lot more modern. It was just kind of like a hole-in-the-wall type place before, just black walls, nothing special.
I will say, we've been at Home Depot so much recently, I've seen that tile there.
You recognize the tile from Home Depot? Checks out. Fake brick. My father's a bricklayer, and every time we'd go somewhere, there'd be fake brick. He's like, I hate this place. Fake brick. True story. Order up. Pizza time, pizza time. Can you carry all of it? Check it out. Pizza and wings. It's all I ever wanted, ever. It's all I ever want. Pizza and wings.
It's true, it's all he ever wants.
So just as soon as we started eating, just as soon as I got my first bite of wings, the guy with the Wii messaged back and said, what'd he say?
He said, my wife found out about it and nixed it, so I can't come.
My wife found out about it and nixed it. I really try to like envision what that looks like. Like you're sitting at work, secretly messaging, trying to get a Wii, and then you're gonna get it home without your wife finding out. Or are you just gonna take it home and spring it on her?
I don't know. I'd be mad. Like, talk to me about it. It'd be fine.
I don't know what's going on. Interesting though, interesting, but I guess we'll just eat now. Looks like we might actually be just in time. That right there, I don't know if you can see it, that's an Amazon truck. Hopefully he's going to my house. I really need my stuffs. Look at my van just sitting here looking like I've been robbed. You got the packages?
I got them.
All right, she's got the packages. You better have my stuff. I'm gonna have to watch this Amazon guy, because actually yesterday we had a package dropped off in front of our door, and it wasn't for my apartment. It was for my apartment number, but for a different letter. So it was like across the street, and I had to go deliver that guy's package. Hopefully they don't put my package in front of the wrong door. They got the first one right today, so not terribly worried about it, but we'll see. So if you caught yesterday's episode, you probably know that we had to take old Pantar here to the vet. They prescribed him some eye drops for his eye condition, and I think he knows what's about to come. Come on over here and administer the drugs.
Oh, it's got a protector thingy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's okay, I got nails.
Pants knows exactly what that is, though.
He does. It's okay, you feel better.
You're gonna be all better now, Pantar. If you don't know, his name is Pants, but when he's in his lion form, his name is Pantar. Pantar the Great.
The mighty, mighty.
The mighty, mighty Pantar.
All right, baby.
All right.
Good boy.
All right, buddy. It's for the best. Look how chill he is about it. Did it get in there?
Yeah.
Make sure it did.
Blink a bit, buddy. Good boy.
Oh yeah, the mighty Pantar. You're gonna feel a lot better tomorrow.
Good boy.
The eye drops that they gave him, they usually work pretty strong. Last time he had this problem, it was like 2 days it went away. Oh, how's it feel, buddy? You so good. You're a good boy, Pantar. All right, now go back to cat form. Your pants now. So there you go. Hannah sewed this bad boy together. And now, what I'm going to do is take these little eyelets that we got at the Home Depot today. And I'm going to try and start attaching them. I don't have all the parts. The rest of the stuff still hasn't got here from Amazon, but I am pretty familiar with the dimensions of the rings that these eyelets are going to go on, so I should be fine. If I mess it all up, I'll just start over. We're winging it, all right? We're winging it. And that was perfect timing. UPS man just knocked on the door just in time for me to finish putting the eyelets in this bad boy. So we're gonna go try and get this thing installed real quick before it gets dark. All right, I'm very excited about this. I've been thinking about this for so long, and honestly, I would have done this sooner, but in order to mount a curtain back here, I really wanted to get some wood paneling up first. And now that it's up there, we've got curtain track. Here's all the mounting hardware for it. I'm super excited about this. The sun's setting right now, so let's see if we can just throw it up, You know what I mean? All right, well, let's just see how she goes up. All right, let's start putting these up. Hold this right here so I can use it as a ruler. All right, that's all the holding brackets now. It's important to understand the cool thing about this track is that it's really easily reconfigurable. And right now I can't configure it exactly how I want it. I'm gonna do a bit of a curve. That's why I bought this curve track. So it's gonna be more of a U like this when I'm done. But because we haven't really finished paneling everything out, I can't quite attach the holding brackets where I want them at the moment. So we're just gonna go with kind of a loose version of what we're gonna do for now. Yeah, see if I'll pull this in and then you pull it back and then it should snap right up. We ran into a little bit of a roadblock. The screws that came with this keep just literally snapping in half. They're so cheap. So the problem with the screws that I have to swap out is that the heads of the screws are too big that they block the track. So look at this, see if you can get real close to it. I don't know how well it's gonna look on camera. So there's two sides. One side, my screws won't be in the way of the track. So I'll put my screws on this side and then the cheap, crappy screws that came with this on this side. I will say, this is like a, this is like a $7 product. So, you know, I'm not expecting the utmost. All right, let go. Am I in there?
I think so.
All right, I think that's gonna work better. So I'll have to redo one screw on all of them. Those screws are so bad. But I got my good screws.
I've never seen screws snap in half like that.
I mean, I have. They're always just cheap screws that do it. And also, I came out here today to find that my drill was broken. Like, I'm gonna have to go buy a new one tomorrow. I'm kind of making it get by, but had a little bit of bad luck today. Yeah, it's gonna hold much better. Okay, now I'm gonna snap the last one in. And then after that, all I should have to do is, fingers crossed, slide the curtain in. Did I hit the camera? That's good. All right. Now, let me get this curtain strung up and we'll see if she works. We'll see if she holds. Honestly, with this product that I bought, not gonna recommend because it's pretty cheap. Honestly, I don't, once I get the curtain on here, I'm not 100% confident it's gonna hold. Should have bought the $30 version, not the $7 version, but here we are. All right, again, a lot of crappy parts were included in this, and I'm going to use some that are better. So I went and got my sorter box of tie wire, and I'm going to feed all these on with tie wire and then feel much more confident in it than I would have otherwise. It's pretty clean looking, isn't it? I mean, there's a little extra wire there, but just give that a little snip. I love these things. All right, and so we should, fingers crossed, be able to do that one by one. So I really don't feel confident in this, to be completely honest about it, because I bought the cheap thing, which I know better, but I always do this. I always buy the cheap thing on Instagram first, and then I kind of learn it. And then I go, all right, well, I'll buy the expensive one this time, and then usually I buy the lasting thing. But I don't know, this might last us a little while, honestly. It's just all looking a little flimsy, but I think once I actually get all of this on and the weight is evenly distributed, I think it'll probably last us a little while. I did a lot of extra help to this thing, adding R screws and not leaving the ones that came with it. The temperature inside of this van does get well over 100 sometimes. Not really thinking, no amount of insulating or whatever's gonna do that when is gonna stop that when it's setting in this Phoenix sun. So I am a little bit worried that this plastic curtain rod that we're putting this on might end up giving in a little bit, might end up getting a little melty. There's a lot of other options, you know. There's metal track versions of some of this. It's not quite so pliable. And, you know, maybe perhaps I'll try something like that next time. But, you know, this was just something on Amazon. I wanted to give it a try, and here we are. But I think it's gonna last. You know, it'll probably last us a couple road trips until we've pulled on it a little bit too much and maybe messed it up a little. Either way, we're about to have a curtain that works. And this is gonna help with, like, if we're just driving around and air conditioner is on, this is gonna help a little bit. But that's not why I'm putting it in. If you go back and watch our travel vlogs that we did several months ago, we had a really crappy workaround. We were sleeping in the back of this thing. So what would happen is we'd pull over at a gas station or at a Walmart, wherever we were allowed to sleep. And we'd get out and we would just kind of roughly hang a bed sheet up, and where this basically is now. And it sucked having to get out and do that every night. We were ready to go to bed when we'd been driving for 10 hours and just wanted to sleep. But now it should be as easy as pull over, park, turn the car off, turn the fan on, close this curtain, and be ready to just go right to sleep. And I think that is going to be one of the best changes, one of the best add-ons we've put in this van. And I mean, it's gonna be cool that it'll be a little easier to, not really easier to keep it cool in here, but it will make it cool down faster, I guess I should say. So that'll be nice too, but I'm even more excited about getting to those rest stops when we go on road trips and just be able to close this curtain and say done. Curtain closed and sleep. I think I've only got a couple more, 4 more. But at any rate, look, it's working. It looks pretty good. There's a lot of other choices we could have made in terms of color of the cloth and stuff too, but we're not aiming for perfection right now. We're aiming to get on the road and have this bad boy functional. So instead of spending the $8,000 I have added up that I could spend on this right now, I'm trying to just spend a couple grand. I'm trying to just spend a couple grand on the bare minimum so we can at least go a little bit up north of Phoenix and get some thrifting done up there and sleep and camp out while we're there. Kind of my plan right now. Tie wire, baby. My dad used to have this saying when I was a kid, And he still says it today. I don't know why I didn't tell you when I was a kid. He said, a man that carries some duct tape with him and some tie wire, well, that man can fix anything. He says that all the time. Or sometimes he would say, you know, back when I drove a Volkswagen Beetle, if I just kept some tie wire and some duct tape in the back of that Beetle, well, there wasn't a breakdown I couldn't fix. Still says that. Still says it all the time. And it's kind of true. I mean, obviously you're not gonna fix broken motor parts, but back in the day when a Volkswagen Beetle was a lot less moving parts than today's motors are, you could fix a lot with it. Sometimes instead of tie wire, he'd say coat hangers, because same. But as you can see here with this tie wire that I'm using, I mean, this tie wire that I'm using is going to be the last thing to fail. This plastic rod or any other of this stuff that I'm putting together right now will fail well before this tie wire will. That's why it is a good little tool. Galvanized steel wire, tie wire, tie wire. I do realize that with my accent, my natural God-given Kentucky accent, what I'm saying might be lost on some of you. Tie wire.
Tie wire.
Tie wire. Tie wire. I'm channeling my little brother. That's what he'd say, tie wire. Give me the tie wire. Give me the toolbox, give me the tie wire. I'm just kidding. My brother doesn't talk like that. I don't know why I threw him under the bus. All right. I think I've got one more after this, and then we should be able to close the curtain. And like I said, I've already said this once, but I'm gonna say it again. This is just kind of rough draft. Once we finish wood paneling the van, which it's gonna be a little bit because the order I'm doing things in is a little bit hysterical, but once we get the rest of the wood paneling in, I'll change this around a little bit to make it kind of curve behind our seats. All right, last one, and we're gonna have a curtain. Are you excited?
Woo!
I'm very excited.
This has been curtain hanging with Tendo.
Curtain hanging with Tendo, Hannah says. It's makeshift curtain hanging. This is not the finished product. This is not what I want it to end up looking like, but if I can help it, I want to be on the road driving up to northern Arizona or something, thrifting in the next couple weeks. So I'm gonna let this be. All right, well, there you go. I think that looks pretty good, don't you?
Yeah.
Let me get a shot of it from outside the van. I'm not sure how it's gonna look, but here's the whole point of this curtain. It is gonna help with air conditioning. That's kind of just a given. It'll kind of create a barrier that will keep our air conditioner from flowing back there, and it'll just keep us cooler when we're driving. But the big advantage of that curtain is that when we pull over at a gas station or somewhere like that to sleep, we can hop right in the back and look. It just looks like a van of darkness, right? From here, from this camera angle, I mean, imagine those doors are closed. You just see blackness back there, and we can sleep in peace and not really be bothered, which when we were on the road before, we were able to do that, but we had to get out and hang up a sheet, and we kind of like actually closed the door on the sheet to hold on to it. It was real ghetto. But now that curtain, we'll just be able to draw it closed whenever we want. And I'm pretty happy about it. Do you like it?
I do.
I don't think it's gonna last super long because I bought the cheap stuff, but it'll last for now. I'm just gonna have to put a couple more screws in it here and there to hold it tighter. I might even just, once I get it mounted right where I want it, I might even put some glue backing on top of it so it's just a little more permanent. But there it is. You can't tell we're back there sleeping.
Looks good.
Now, I'd really like to get my new stereo installed, but Amazon still hasn't delivered it, so I don't know if it's gonna make it in this video or not, because we gotta wrap this video up. But there you go. If you're interested in exactly what this is on Amazon, I'm not gonna recommend this particular one because it's crap. Don't buy this one. But just search flexible curtain track on Amazon, and it'll pop right up. And I'm throwing this out there because it was just one person, but one person told me in the comments that coincidentally, not because we were doing it or anything, but coincidentally, they were also building out their van about the same time we were.
Oh, that's awesome.
So just in case someone wants to know what this track is, it's just cheapo flex track from Amazon. So we're gonna go ahead and go wrap this video up because the stereo, which was the last thing I want to get done today, it's not gonna come in time. It's probably gonna be here at like 9 o'clock. I'd like to be done editing before 9 o'clock. So they just installed that bright light. Whoa, wow. That was not here before. That's crazy. All right, let's wrap this video up. We'll make the stereo install part of tomorrow's video. Where's my giant sizzies? Who needs a haircut?
Not I.
All right, we're gonna open a couple packages here in a minute once we talk about all this stuff that we got. Is that all you got today?
That's it.
All right, well tell them what it is, because I have no idea.
A little dish to make a recycled candle out of. So I've been collecting pretty dishes and getting candles at the thrift store that have already been burned and take the wax out of it, put a new wick in, and make a recycled candle. That's brand new. Yay!
That looks a lot like some of the dishes you've already bought. I don't, and I say that because it's like I'm kind of seeing what you're seeing a little bit.
My design.
your preferred designs. All right, I got some nonsense. Little Kenny action. My favorite South Park character, personally. I don't know about you.
I've never really watched South Park.
I was gonna say, name one more South Park character.
Cartman?
Hey, she got it.
Let's call him Stanley.
Have you ever watched it?
No, not really.
When I was a kid, there were some kids I played with down the street that always watched it. I haven't watched it too much as an adult. What else did we get? These remote control Beyblades are something I'm really excited about, but to be completely honest with you, I have no idea how they work. It seems like the front of the Beyblade, the front of the launcher charges the Beyblade, and I don't know exactly how old these are, so there's no telling whether or not the internal batteries in them are still good. I don't think these are particularly new. Like, I actually think these were closer to when I was a kid than they are to the modern stuff, particularly because the design of the top of the Beyblades very much so looks like OG Beyblades. And I seem to have a pretty vague memory of them when I was a kid and thinking it was just nuts. And then I wanted to get one, take it apart, and combine the specialties inside of them with other Beyblades. I remember thinking about this as a kid, so I think these are actually pretty old. Yeah, look at the back of that charger there and see if you see a date. 2000, yeah, so 2002, 2003, I think is what that says back here. So yeah, that would definitely have been closer to the time that I played with them than to now. Though I definitely played with them a few years before that, I guess.
2002.
So say 2002. It's awesome. I haven't had time yet to put batteries in them and see if they work or see how they work, but I'm very excited to find out.
I'm very confused why there's two launchers.
No. So this is what it's supposed to look like. Though this one doesn't have an antenna on it. Neither of these are in perfect shape because this one's missing an antenna, and then this one's missing the door that goes on the front. So it has a normal launcher, right? So the Beyblade goes on there. That is actually how you charge the Beyblade. So the Beyblade goes on like that, and then the internal of the Beyblade itself charges. Super neat. I'm hoping I'm not hoping, but I feel like they're probably rare, especially if they work. So hopefully I can get those bad boys to work. But at any rate, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, find of the day for me right there for sure. How much did you say this one was worth?
$20.
20 bucks. I kind of knew it would be at least a 20. I kind of was shooting for it being a $25 pop because we paid $5 for it. I'll put it in my booth. We up charging the booth just a little bit. It's just how it works. Trying to get some of those fees back that we have to pay. So I'll probably put like 22 bucks on it, 23 bucks. And I almost would guarantee it'll sell because any pop that's anything that we've put in our booth so far, someone has bought. I also got a Nerf gun.
Cool.
I should have loaded the clip before we started because it works. Ugh. The clip fell out. I got 3 DS games, Backyard Football, just because it was half off, and then a Ben 10, 2 Ben 10 games. I'm stoked. Protector of Earth and Alien Force. So not bad. I'm pretty sure I'm like 5 or 6 more games from finally filling up a shelf with just DS games because I don't have that many. You know, probably 40 or 50 or so. All right, that's everything we got at the thrift. I guess before we continue, comment below what's your favorite thing we got at the thrift. If none of this tickles your fancy, tell us your favorite thing you got at the thrift in the last couple of weeks. How's it been going for you? Got anything good? Is that your favorite thing?
It's my only thing, so yay!
I mean, remote control Beyblades. Not really words that I thought were going to come out of my mouth at the same time.
This is probably my favorite.
You kind of want to keep it, don't you?
Kind of. I've seen this before at like game stores before, and I'm like, I like that.
Which one should we open first? So this first package, I'm sure I butchered the name. Let me spell this out for you real quick. HPOOKEDHOGS. We think the H is silent, and it's just Puka Dogs? Puka Dogs? Or there's a typo. But I'm hoping there's a note here that'll tell us what, because I don't know. But it says Puka Dogs LLC. So we'll see what's in here. And hopefully, here, hold it. Try to get the blade all the way through. There we go.
Neat.
All right.
Like butter. Double wrapped!
I thought something was up. All right. Definitely magazines, but there is a note. Tindo, started watching your channel about a week or two ago and really enjoy. I'm a reseller as well. Pretty much anything I can get my hands on, LOL, same. Last week I found a ham radio at a Goodwill and got it for, I think it says for 25 bucks, and it's bidding up to almost 200. I mean, no, it just says it's up to $200 on eBay.
Wow, nice.
That's a good find. Right, or I think he's saying he's got it for an auction. It's up to 200 bucks. That's awesome. We don't do bids very often, but you put up one of those video games, those PC games we got for bid, and it's about the same. I think we just got a bid today for $200. So twinsies, bro. Let's see. I like vintage games and restore old consoles. When I can, recently I saw where you were collecting some magazines. These are PlayStation magazines I've had since high school. That's awesome. The biggest portion of my collection is probably the episode that he saw. He or she, haven't gotten that far yet. We got what is now the majority of my PlayStation magazine collection at a game store on an episode a week or two ago. And CRT just took off on its own. But before that, about almost all my collection was actually a friend of mine's PlayStation collection. He got them when they were new from the subscription, so that's pretty cool. So now that's what these are. I'll have a whole bunch of them that were like, someone gave them to me who owned them when they were brand new. That's pretty cool. I've had since high school and will never do anything with them, but thought you might collect them anyhow. Hope you enjoy. You might already have some of them, and some don't have the demo discs that originally came with them, but I know that one issue is a cool issue. Anyhow, thought you would enjoy and look forward to your next episode. Well, thank you so much.
Yay!
Thank you so much. I'm very excited.
JT, hooked hogs.
Hooked hogs?
Yeah.
Then what was on the? We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Because there's a random P in the middle of it, so that's the typo.
Well, I've covered up the address, you guys, so you don't think I'm crazy. Come on, focus in there. So it's hooked hogs.
Yes.
The P is
silent.
The P is erroneous. There was an erroneous P in there. All right, well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
Yes.
All right, let's run through these PlayStation magazines. Listen, some of these are early.
Yeah, it says one of them is a volume 1 issue.
No. No! Well, listen, I got confused because I guess PS Extreme will be a different magazine from the PlayStation one, which actually I wasn't familiar with, so this is really cool. Let's go through those and then I'll show you that one that was on top. I did not even notice that's what it was. No way. Okay, so PS Extreme, Spawn. That's got to go on a shelf front facing. Love some Spawn. PS Extreme, Tomb Raider 2. We just sold a PC copy of that.
We did.
Not the magazine, the actual game. PC Extreme, Gex. I just played a little bit of that today, testing consoles. Batman and Robin, that's beautiful. War Games. Rogue Trip, Shineki.
Oh.
Duke Nukem, let's go. And then, are you kidding me? I'm pretty sure I just brought home issue number 2 not too long ago. PlayStation Magazine issue number 1.
Woohoo! This is pretty cool. These are all volume 3, issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 8.
Okay.
We're missing 7, but
that's interesting. I don't know anything about PS Extreme, so I'll definitely be putting these by the bed tonight and just kind of flipping through them while we're watching TV and stuff, because I don't have any PS Extreme magazines.
These are cool.
But number 1.
He's a happy boy.
I mean, I just, like, it's obviously that's not going to be as rare as, like, Nintendo Power #1.
Yeah.
But,
Isn't that one crazy expensive?
oh, yeah, like, probably 150, but I don't know exactly how much, but it can be expensive and even cost even more if it's mint. But, like, this is also not something I would expect to walk into at the thrift store, right?
Yeah.
Where I have gotten a few PlayStation magazines, but, like, now I don't have to worry about it. Because, like, 1, 2, and 3 are hard for this, but then 4 all the way up to however many issues are is not hard. All right, baby that. That is now one of my prized possessions. Devil Woman. Well, sorry for the butchering of the name, but Hooked Hogs.
I blame USPS.
It's Hooked Hogs, right?
Yes.
Erroneous P! All right, this next one is from Carl. Where's Carl from?
Florida.
Carl from Florida.
You gotta say it right. Florida.
Florida. Last time I was in Florida, I'm not kidding you, my shoes melted to the pavement. I'm not kidding. Of course, I was working in a parking lot filming all day long, so it kind of makes sense, but
That's so crazy. We live in Arizona and that's never happened to you here.
it's a special kind of hot.
When in Florida.
In the right part of Florida, it's a special kind of hot. I bet some of you watching know exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna get in here. All right, Carl.
There's a note.
This is proving to be a difficult box.
We do challenge ourselves by using the most
All right.
difficult scissors in the world.
You get that ready. Tindo and Sweet Hannah.
Hi.
Sweet Hannah. I have they didn't, the 2 sweets was me. He just said Sweet Hannah. Not trying to make him sound like a creep. I have recently started watching your show, and it has inspired me to start my own video game collection.
Aww.
Hopefully I will send you some fun things I find out hunting, but this is not one. This is more of a functional gift. Please press the display button on this remote to remove the video to message. No way! Burning into your big CRT. I have been a Sony dealer for 20 years and have seen that message many times. All the best, Carl. No way!
Yay!
Carl reached out to me. I don't remember, Carl, if it was on Instagram or if you messaged me on our Discord, but Carl reached out to me and asked the model of my TV. Bro, you even included the batteries?
That's so kind. No one ever includes batteries. I don't.
Well, you should open that.
These are brand spanking new.
I have some rechargeables on the wall ready to go.
Rack.
So, do I...
The right
Hold on.
ones. It's... Whoa!
Alright, Carl, you gotta comment below. Is this the exact model, like, that goes to that TV, or did you find... How did you break into my house and program this to the... Alright, hold on. What button did he say to press? I'm so pumped right now. This is more for button on the video to... Wait. Display button. Come here and help me find it. Display button. Code set, jump, display, here. Bro, it's gone! So, okay, hold on. Alright, so check this out real quick, okay? Right here on my CRT, you see this video 2. It's been stuck on this CRT because I got the CRT out of the trash, okay? And there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have a remote laying around. And Carl has been noticing this in the background and it bugged him. So Carl sent me a remote and watch this. It's gone. Let's go, Carl! I've been sent a lot of weird stuff. Not weird. Hard to explain things, you know what I mean? Like, I go and have dinner with my mother or my grandmother when I'm back home, and they're like, what are you up to? What's happening in your life? You know, grown people are sending me Pokemon cards in the mail. One dude sent me a remote for my TV, like... I think I'm gonna get some like Velcro. I don't know, I gotta do something special with it. Maybe I could 3D print like a throne for it to sit on, some sort of display stand. Oh, it's unbelievable. You know what's even better though? I might actually just put them right here, Velcro them just off camera over here, because I'm always trying to get stuff to display on these TVs while we're shooting. And now I can rewind if I have to. Right in the middle of the video, live video. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Well, my 2 favorite things that we came home with today are my PlayStation issue number 1, which I've got a friend of mine, actually the friend of mine that gave me a large portion of my PlayStation magazine collection. He'll be really stoked to see that I have issue number 1. So as soon as this video's over, I'll be sending him a picture of that. And then also when this video's over, I'm gonna see what else this TV can do that I didn't even know. Cause I bet there's a bunch. I bet there's a bunch of stuff it can do. Volume up.
Woo!
What else can it do? Menu. I've got a whole menu. I've never even played with the menu on this thing. Oh man. All right, well, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been one of the more interesting mail times I think we've ever had.
What a great size box too. I'm very excited.
I think the other thing that makes this so exciting is that, like, I have my large CRT. It's difficult to find good, huge, bigger CRTs. Like, that's the perfect size CRT. It's big. It looks great with games. It's like the right Sony model. So I said to say it's something I'm going to keep for the rest of my life. Is what I intend to do. Hopefully it lasts me a good long while. So to have the remote that goes with it. I'm still a little freaked out that it worked right out of the box. But my man's a Sony dealer, so I guess that makes sense. What's your favorite thing?
Ooh,
Still your little dish?
That's lame compared to everything else now.
Alright, well guys, you comment below what's your favorite thing that we came home with today. I never know how to end videos after this happens because I'm just flabbergasted. Like, I wanna call somebody and be like, listen, somebody sent me a remote, and they're gonna be like, well, why is that? Why do I need to know this?
Why?
Why don't you share my excitement? Listen, before we get out of here though, check out our public Discord. I don't know if either of these two gentlemen are members of it, but maybe they are. Maybe we could have a chat today about Sony CRTs and whether or not you have a remote for yours. Come over to the Discord, let me know, because I'm going to tell everybody on the Discord tomorrow I've got my remote. This might be my Instagram post tomorrow. I'm so proud of it. But that's going to be it. Join the Discord. The link for it's below this video. Just go click on it. It'll take you over there. You can come over there and hang out with us, as well as many people that also watch this channel. Another big favor you can do for me, guys, hit the subscribe button. Pretty please hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 5,000 subs, and I can't wait to get there. And then I can't wait to get to 6,000, and then 10,000, hopefully within the next few months. So help us do that by hitting the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Pretty please. Or if you think you're subscribed, go check it out anyways, because I've gotten a couple messages here and there since we've been doing this where people are like, I thought I was subscribed, but I wasn't. YouTube is a funny thing sometimes. Also, before we go, check out our merch store, TendoTrash.com. Literally right before I hit record on this, we sold a couple t-shirts, Tendo shirts, so be looking for those guys. They'll be in the mail immediately. And what else? Not miss anything? Subscribe. Thanks, guys. Come back tomorrow and hang out with us because we do post daily videos here on this channel. And I'm never gonna put this down. And honestly, I'm excited about this too because I haven't actually cataloged the numbers of this I have. My Nintendo Power collection and my Game Informer collection, like I've got enough of those that I've had to start writing them down so I don't buy doubles. I haven't done that with this yet, but it will be done tonight because now I've got number 1. So now it matters. Thanks, guys. Come back tomorrow, hang out with us then, and until then, peace out.